Greetings and a hearty welcome, everyone. I hope you're all faring well. I'm Dr. Jean Marie, and I'm delighted for you to tune in to our conversations on love. This episode is titled How to Embrace Solitude to Enrich Your Life. Ordinary men hate solitude, but the master makes use of it, embracing his aloneness, realizing he is one with the whole universe. Quoted by Lao Tzu. A fundamental aspect of loneliness is isolation and feeling disconnected from ourselves and others. Whether preempted by such life changing events as death, loss of a loved one, change in marital status, or geographic move, the feeling of loneliness is part of the human condition. However, prolonged loneliness, separation, and chronic isolation may negatively impact our overall well being. And during these challenging times, masses of people are suffering in quiet desperation from lack of intimacy, support, and social connection. Even in the midst of being surrounded by others, many still feel distraught with loneliness. And these feelings of emptiness and unworthiness can be exasperated by increased anxiety, depression, and stress. We have a certain personality image that defines how we see ourselves in the context of our social life that may have to be redefined or reconstructed as a result of significant life changes. For example, a divorced person, now single, may not fit in with the social network of married couples. The distress and loneliness of a bereaved widow after the loss of a spouse may have long term effects on overall well being and stability. A retired person may have difficulty building a new life beyond the workplace. Leaving relationships, possessions, and familiar places to relocate to a new geographic area can also have a substantial impact on personal and social adjustment. And unhealthy ways of coping with loneliness may result in indulging in addictive behaviors and immersing ourselves in meaningless outer distractions that bring temporary and fleeting moments of satisfaction. So we have the capacity to reinvent ourselves, experience a renewed self, and a natural way of being in the world. Let's reflect on solitude from a positive perspective. Taking time to be alone to enhance personal growth. So let's talk about bridging the gap to overcome loneliness. How do we bridge the gap between loneliness and aloneness? How can we develop a better relationship with ourselves? How can we cultivate aloneness? Our feelings are unique to each of us and must be acknowledged and respected. And some of us naturally cope, others may find it difficult. Moreover, there is power in aloneness with the opportunity for solitude and to deepen our relationship with ourselves. John Paul Sartre quotes, If you are lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company. So aloneness is a state of mind, and our alone time can be a doorway for inner peace, openness to receive divine guidance, and to become more content. And we can cultivate aloneness and embrace solitude through self-discovery, conscious personal engagement, being yourself, trusting yourself, and valuing enriching relationships. I shall highlight each. First, self-discovery. Alone time gives us an opportunity for self-reflection and to ask ourselves critical questions such as, what are my needs and desires at this time in my life? What would I like to learn more about? What are my interests? Be curious and have courage to explore opportunities for personal growth and development. And this is a time to invest in yourselves by reading, taking classes, connecting with communities, participating in workshops, some of which may be at no cost. And whether virtual or in person, those avenues for change can inspire creativity, expand skills, and enhance connections with those who have similar interests. People who see themselves interesting and who have the ability to share, interact, and connect with others feel happier and more confident. Next, conscious personal engagement. Be your own best friend. How are you interacting with yourself? Be aware of your internal dialogue. Our constant mind chatter can be additive or subtractive. Does it make you feel assured, or is it belittling and make you feel disempowered? It's so important to nurture your inner self. And Rumi quotes, there is nothing outside of yourself. Look within. Everything you want is there. You are that. So true. So whether it's visualization, meditation, or verbalizing loving messages, do what it takes to make you feel joyful and positive. Next, trust yourself. We desire the comfort and safety of healthy and loving relationships, learn from life lessons, and be resilient. Be open to honing relationship skills to have better relationships and make new friends. Feeling desperate and hungry for companionship can make us vulnerable to victimization. Trusting ourselves and making viable relationship choices is crucial to our well-being. So protect yourself and establish healthy boundaries. Be alert, pay attention, and quickly discern relationships that do not feel right, and quickly move on. Next, be yourself. Love being with yourself and like your own company. It's important to acknowledge and honor feelings associated with grief and loneliness as a step toward healing and setting realistic intentions to become empowered. Love yourself fully and completely. Nurture yourself with loving kindness. Be who you are and not what others want or expect you to be. And above all, be comfortable and content with who you truly are. Buddha quotes, be someone you want to be around. And as you demonstrate positive qualities towards yourself, you will be able to develop caring, healthy, and loving relationships with others. Next, value enriching relationships. Through the course of our lives, there are those who make a difference during critical phases of our lives, and it's helpful to remember, acknowledge, and value those who have added to our life. What would my life be like without them? What qualities did they possess that enriched your life? Appreciate those who touched your life and relationships that have endured the test of time. And it's important to acknowledge how these life-changing, endearing relationships and friendships, soulful connections transformed your life. And journaling can be a critical, reflective tool to remind us how much we are loved and cared for and can offset feelings of loneliness. So be grateful and pass on those qualities to others. In conclusion, you can be alone without being or feeling lonely. Enjoy the richness of solitude, the richness of your own company and those who have contributed to your life. Being at home with ourselves makes us content and fearlessly trust life as our path unfolds. Reach out and seek support and professional help and guidance when needed. But be the master of your life. Set your intentions and be open to possibilities. Be empowered by the internal wisdom of knowing that you are not separate and ultimately you are not alone. Our love and action practice is to journal on what it feels like to be alone. Pay attention to your thoughts. Take time to be in solitude and discard outer distractions. Rest, relax, and renew. Just be. Let thoughts come and go and be gentle with yourself. Focus your intentions on deepening the relationship with your inner self. Feel free to share your insights and experiences. Email jean72farish@yahoo.com. I'd love to hear from you. I close with my excerpt on self-rest. Take time to rest, relax, and renew. Take deep restorative breaths. Take time to meditate for inner peace. Take a window view of nature. Enjoy the sweet melody of your favorite song. Dance to the beat of uplifting music. Immerse yourself in the wisdom of an inspirational novel. Be grateful for each morsel of comfort food. Take note of your many blessings and create a life you love. This is Dr. Jean Marie. And remember, an empowered self is a loving self. And keep your love light shining. It's all about love. Create a ripple effect for positive change. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in.